Hello and welcome to the Otaku View podcast. This is Numenera Rose Saga, Episode 4, The Surprise of Salachia. Our cast today is Themoth as Dervish Storm, a mystical jack who bears a halo of fire, Boykul as Sakuraka, a clever nano who focuses mind over matter, Falcott as Socket, a swift jack who talks to machines, and Rin as Tama, a graceful nano who rides the lightning. Real quick notes here. You can subscribe to our RSS feed. It is otakuview.com/podcast feed. Also, this is our first episode with our improved audio and mic settings, so hopefully it is an improvement and we will be improving in the future. Without any further ado, let's get into the episode and I hope you enjoy.
Okay, so last we left, you guys had just gotten away from the float market after it was under attack by these unknown virus-like water creature things. And you guys decided to set sail for Salachia, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what you guys doing on the way to Salachia?
Steering.
Looking at how badly our ship got damaged.
Working on repairing the ship.
Okay, roll me a d20 socket.
What I do?
See how your driving goes. And Dervish, roll me a d20 as well to see how your repair job goes. Okie dokie, so your ship had what, 22 hit
I
points
was
left?
down to. But got to bring
23.
it up. Yes.
Tell you what, we'll say that you've done 5 points of repair. So 28. So you've still got some nicks and bangs and crap
We
on
still
there.
have a
but...
hole that we need to repair by putting glass in it.
Yeah, you still have that
was
hole through the deck.
That was apparently the best solution, so we can still see down there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Make sure I have all your character sheets open here. That is good. So Tama, are you doing anything particular?
Yes, I'm actually in the crow's nets, checking, surveying the areas around us.
Awesome.
Because I don't want anything coming after us, and I also want to see if I can find said island.
Okay, so go ahead, roll me a d20.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
This
great.
is the beginning of a good night.
Okie dokie. Okay, so you're up in the crow's nest, and Dervish, he's just kind of trying to, concentrate on piloting. So he's not really paying very much attention to her. Socket is piloting, and he's not paying a whole lot of attention to where he's going so much as just like piloting the ship. He's probably still cleaning out the controls of green goo. And
He got all in the electronics. This is terrible.
and so we've got Sakuraka, who's just like not being terribly helpful. And then we've got Socket, again, who's still piloting, and then Dervish, what were you doing? You were repairing?
I was working on
And Dervish, you were busy repairing things. So, you're hammering away and cutting away, and, you're getting power tools out, and, you just kind of set up your own workshop on the deck. Just, day and night, you hear just the sounds of dunk, 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 just all night. I mean, nobody likes you very much, and you just won't stop.
But hey, at least the ship still floats.
And every once in a while you hear this psst of you just spraying the cans, and then you hear phones going off. You've got a phone. Apparently it's the docs that you left calling you, complaining about the damage you left.
No,
you're not going to worry about that.
Please leave a message after the beep.
It's the insurance collectors.
Oh, great.
So you guys don't see anything.
Oh.
Wait.
Yes.
Yes.
I do have XP, so can I use that to re-roll?
You can do that to reroll if you wish.
Do you want to waste an XP to?
Let me see. Wait, no, scratch that. I'll take that fail. So close to doing something else. So.
And actually, does somebody get XP for rolling a 1?
No, you can do. I believe
Because
you
it is
can
a GM
choose-
intrusion.
that's only when you choose a GM.
Oh yeah, that's
Intrusion.
right. It is a forced GM intrusion. Awesome. Okay, cool. So it's late. It's dark. You guys don't particularly like. Do you guys have any lighting on this thing? Speaking of which, have you guys like rigged any night lighting, or you just like?
I got a few torches on
What's
me I
the
can
lighting
put up.
situation look like?
I got a few
Uh,
torches I can put up.
There's moonlight. I hope.
Dervish, are
clouds?
you working by the flame of your body?
No,
The-
I have some small glow orbs on me.
I was wondering if you maybe just went like, flame on, I need light! And you're just like hammering away.
That's a good point. You guys do have 2 people who can basically be your walking night lights.
That is true, that is true. So if anybody needs to go to the bathroom at night, they are well prepared. Although that could get awkward.
Yeah, I'm not doing
it. So you guys are working, and you notice the wind begins to pick up.
Mm.
And it begins to pick up quite a lot. And in fact, you begin to speed up. And you begin to speed up quite a good deal. And you're actually going quite fast now. What are you guys doing?
Racing for impact.
I'm
This is
call-
gonna end so badly.
Wait, Socket was driving, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I probably yelled down at him like, "What are you doing?"
I'm going to yell to. Not Dervish.
Tama.
Not Tama.
Me. Saka.
Yes. Yes, Saga. Lower the sails. We're getting too much wind.
Alright. I'm on it. I gotta run over and start lowering all the sails down and like, alright, it's starting to slow down a little.
Yeah, it does slow down a little bit. You are still gaining speed. It does help, but you are still gaining speed.
Can I discern if if there's anything other than the wind that's pushing us?
Well, you're trying to turn the wheel. It doesn't seem to want to turn. It's just kind of being pushed towards one side.
May I go ahead and sense some Numenera?
Shall I help with you?
To sense Numenera?
Yes.
Or okay, yeah, sure. D20.
Can I do that too? Oh, never mind.
I
There's
don't
no
think
need.
I need to.
Yeah, you do sense a strong, powerful presence. You don't think it's a Numenera though.
I think we're near Salachia.
Something's pulling us. It's not just the wind.
You might I suggest you might be able to figure out what it is if you could see better?
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and go up to the top and up near the crow's nest and see if I can see out into the distance.
We need
Well,
some light. We need
yeah.
some light.
James,
Doesn't
how do
somebody
you
have
guys-
don't we have a flare gun?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Use that flare gun socket.
Which direction? What direction am I gonna shoot in? I don't know where it's coming from.
Shoot straight up.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm
just
gonna
shoot straight
duck.
up.
All right, I guess I'll use one of my flares. This is
You-
not the intended purpose for this thing.
You have 9 now, don't you?
You're not
No,
supposed to
I have
shoot your
10.
crew.
No, you used 1 back at the bait, 1,
At the market. to
At the
alert
market.
Everyone.
and then you used another 1 on the creature, didn't we?
No.
Didn't we? Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you have 10. Okay, sorry. Just
So
trying to
yeah,
keep
I
track.
guess I shoot up a flare into the straight up in the air.
Yeah, you now see the immensity of your peril. You see this just huge whirlpool that you are well within.
Oh snap.
That is just moving faster and faster, with a very large hole in the middle where the water just drops away into just nothing. Like it's not just like going to the middle, like water flowing towards the middle. It's just like a hole cut through It's cut through the middle of this.
That would be a mouth of a creature sucking in the water.
You see water going down the sides. You don't see a creature yet, anyway.
Not yet, but that is common knowledge that if there's a hole and there's a whirlpool, it's usually something intaking water.
I'm just gonna go ahead and attach my water breather so I can breathe underwater for the next 8 hours.
Question.
Yes.
Actually, I have to look here and see how big the boat is. Yeah, how big is the boat?
I'm not sure how big the boat is. What
To
purposes
give
are
you
we
a general idea, just take a look at the picture in reference. It's
Yeah.
not overly huge. It's probably a
thinking? I mean, I'm not very good with sizes, but I'd say. I mean, I'm really not good with sizes, but I'd probably say it's a probably good 50 feet plus long. Does that sound
Okay.
about reasonable?
I'd say that's probably more about 30 foot based on the picture.
I don't know. I'd have to have a reference to tell because I'm really bad with sizes. and
Okay,
references.
well-
I'd say 30 foot long and about 20 foot wide.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. We'll just guesstimate that for that.
Okay. Regardless, my force cube projector if things get too hairy, because if we can't get out in a certain amount of time, I may need to use that so that we don't drown.
You could absolutely use that. And in fact, something I checked earlier, you could use that below deck, and it would not destroy the ship. It would just conform to the shape of the interior of the ship, so it would be like a submarine, basically.
Okay, so basically, I yell so everybody can hear. It's like, okay, do we have a plan A? Because worst case scenario, I have a plan B.
good. So we're going with Plan B then.
Okay, then everybody inside the deck, I have a plan. Just follow me. So head down.
So that, you said
I'm
that
gonna-
would conform to the inside of the vessel.
I'm gonna go ahead and stay up top.
Yes,
and
like below
steer.
deck.
So
Well, I guess-
essentially, it would destroy the ship around us, and we'd be stuck in this cube.
Oh, okay. I thought it said okay. Never mind.
No,
Then-
the rune, the Numenera will not destroy the ship. It will conform to the interior of the ship. Like it says that it will conform to spaces given. Like it won't
Yeah,
blow
but
up.
anything that hits is gonna hit the ship first before the.
Well, yes, there is that.
Okay.
I mean, but it would keep you guys alive. I mean,
Okay, then what I would
The ship
think would
is
be
armored.
better. Okay, yeah, what I would probably do instead is that everybody will meet by like the wheel, and then I'll activate it so that we can still steer the thing.
Or you guys could all go below deck and I can steer since I can breathe underwater. Either or.
the force cube does have 1 hour of air in it.
I have 8 hours.
Okay. I mean, you could also try to like rig some kind of way to control the ship below deck. I mean, then you'd have like a bloody submarine, and you could just kind of putt around. There's that.
Okay, your call, Falcott.
Oh, and you also have the Numenera to like create air underwater. That device. You're not exactly sure how it works.
Who
But
Yeah,
you
has
do
that?
have that.
I'm thinking of how to get us from stop going towards center, and nothing's coming to mind.
Just brace for impact. Let's just go for the ride.
Yeah, I think everyone huddle up and let's ride this one out and hope we don't die.
So bend
the
over,
usual
grab your
plan.
ankles, and kiss your ass goodbye.
The usual plan.
YOLO!
What did I tell you about saying that?
Okay, so you guys are just gonna like go below deck, or stay on deck, or how are you doing this?
Yeah, I'm gonna go below deck.
I'm staying
I'm
on
going
deck.
below deck.
Okay,
So we've got Saga staying above deck at the controls, and everybody else is going below deck, and you're popping open that Numenera.
Yep.
I'm also grabbing the wine I brought with me, and I'm popping a couple of
You might
those
want to
open
grab
right
a
now.
couple of those.
Question: Are you guys just leaving the other Numenera there, or are you guys grabbing those, or just leaving them where they are?
They would be in the treasure chest below deck.
Yes. So they would probably be within the field.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you guys gonna activate that shield just like about the time you get to the edge, or?
I'm gonna say if things start looking too hairy, we're gonna activate it.
Okay. Well, you guys are heading towards the edge.
Okay, I think that will be the point of activation.
just activate the damn thing.
Okay. So roll me a d20, Ren. I presume you're activating.
Yes.
Yeah, so it fires up. It's slightly smaller than you thought it'd be, but it looks like it'll still do the trick.
Okay.
It covers most of the interior of the ship.
Do we have chance to pull things inside that may not be?
No,
Okay.
it is a shield. You are within that for 1 hour, I'm afraid.
Good thing I
you,
stayed
You
out.
could try to get out, I guess. Actually,
I just wanted to know if there was any way I could be like, oh, that's not in here. Let's pull it in.
not unless you could beat its level,
No, I think I'll
and
just.
I believe that's a level.
9.
Yeah, there's a level 9 force cube projector, so you'd have
Yeah.
to beat a 27. So yeah, you're not
that's not
beating
happening.
that. Yeah. It's another word to note that it actually specifically says an immobile cube. So we're just gonna go ahead and say it's immobile within the confines of the ship, because I don't want to know what would happen if you just all of a sudden had like a fixed in space and time cube.
Oh.
Being in the ship, the ship would no longer move, I would think.
Or it could be in time too. In which case, the ship would go right past you, and you guys would just be sitting there in a cube that's gonna vanish in an hour.
That would be terrible.
But we're just gonna go ahead and say it keeps moving with the ship. Now, Saga, you need to give me a roll for your piloting this ship.
You're so screwed.
So, Sokka, you are trying to like steer this thing around. You know, you're thinking you might be able to like slingshot it around the edge,
Mm-hmm.
and you know you're
Sokka, the
hauling
steering
at
wheel's
this
at
thing,
the other end.
and you're hauling at this thing, and all of a sudden you just hear a crack, and you're holding a steering wheel that is no longer connected to anything. And so you reach down, you're trying to like throttle it up, and then you hear another crack, and you've just torn the throttle off. While this is happening, the ship just, you know, the rudder is no longer attached to anything, and you see like the little bit that used to be attached to it just starts spinning in different directions, and the entire ship just begins to spin. As
Oh
it reaches the end.
no!
What is
And-
he doing to my ship?
And then from down below deck, you hear me yell, "You dumbass!"
I can't hear you. You're in a different plane.
No, you can hear you. It lets sound through, I think.
No, it's in a different plane. I thought.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Well.
No, it only says it creates 6 planes of solid force. Not that you're on a different plane.
Okay.
So there's 6 separate walls.
Shut up! I'm trying. You try and do this.
And as it's spinning, you lose your balance and you fall overboard.
Oh no.
Oh, at least I can breathe.
So yeah, you can breathe in the water. You're good. You can breathe in the water. And you know you're a few feet away from the ship when both you and the ship go crashing over the edge into the darkness below.
Ah!
So you fall for quite a long ways, actually.
And you take 20 damage.
Like the depth you fall, you're not exactly sure, but just as like an out of character thing, I'm gonna tell you fall about 1,500 feet, just about.
He did.
What the hell are we in, the Mariana Trench?
You dead, boy. You dead.
This is gonna hurt.
Just like straight down. Okay, now, like Saga, you're gonna need to give me a roll to. Actually, no, Tama, you need to give me a roll because it's your Numenera. See how that goes for you.
Oh, good lord. A D20?
Yes.
Oh, please be nice.
So you guys are free falling. You guys are bouncing around inside of this thing. Like the whole ship is just tumbling through just space, basically. And you guys are just getting thrown around like back and forth as the ship tumbles. Everybody in there is going to take 2 points of might damage. Because you guys are just getting battered.
Now, is armor affecting this or no?
No, that's gonna go straight. In fact, armor would probably make it worse, but I'm not gonna go there. Like, I mean, could you imagine being in a plate mail suit while getting bounced around like that? That seems painful. Pointy bits getting jabbed where they're not supposed to. So you guys definitely take some damage on the way down. Before you guys just crash into the ground.
Ground or water?
Into the ground. However, you did seem to notice that it seemed to be slowing down just a little bit towards the bottom. But you guys, you barely have time to notice before you guys are knocked unconscious.
How about the ship? How bad is...
How about you get your foot off my back?
What part of unconscious do you not understand?
So, just what's going on, me?
Yeah, we kind of lost him.
I was just wondering how much damage the ship has taken.
The ship's dead, boy.
Okay, so the ship is, you don't know about the ship yet, okay?
Okay.
However, as for Saga, about Saga, go ahead and roll me a d20 and fix your name on roll 20, by the way. That dropped it. If you wouldn't mind. Thank you. So you just go plummeting down. You're like trying to kind of like doggy paddle through the air, trying to get towards, like, there's a wall of water. You see a wall of water on all sides of you. Just, you can see this just circular expanse of water that it actually appears to be just like a waterfall on all sides. And you see down below, as you're falling, you see this just circular, almost like a wagon wheel of light. And what looks to be some kind of structure. But it's not like, bear in mind, this is not centered on the hole. This is off to the side. This is this is in the water. And as you fall, you see this just like slight glimmer, and you pass out. You're not exactly sure what hit you, but you didn't hit the ground when you passed out.
Good.
Mind you. You passed out before you hit the ground.
At least I'm not gonna feel this.
And you are absolutely taking 4 points of damage that is not affected by armor.
Got it.
Because you just fell like 1,500 feet.
And apparently you're surviving, which is good.
Which is pretty impressive, yeah. Pretty impressive. So now flipping back to the party that actually stayed with the ship, you guys are becoming conscious again, or at least Tama is becoming conscious. What are you doing?
Well, I first get up, push whoever is obstructing my my movement and try to look around. Evade the damage.
You see what looks to be somewhat of a skeletal version of the ship that you were just in.
Oh god, he's going to kill us.
You see large number of holes through the sides of the ship. However, it does appear to be together, kind of. It's actually, you can kind of see like some mud seeping through. It looks like it's kind of gotten embedded in the seafloor. And the shield is still up, so you guys are not soaked with water yet. So there is that.
Okay. Because I don't want to incur his wrath by myself, I try to shake awake Devon's. Dervish, sorry. So I'm
Okay,
shaking him awake.
Dervish. The Dervish.
What
Dervish?
happened?
Yeah, about that. Sokka's gonna kill us.
Okay.
Oh, we'll blame it on Saga.
Yeah, well, just like look around you, and we also have to figure out a plan of what we're gonna do, and see if he's alive anywhere around here.
Go right ahead. Socket is there.
Oh, so I'm now waking up and oh my god, what? And he's just absolutely speechless. He's like standing there, jaws like practically to the ground.
Mind you, the ship is at an angle, so you're kind of not really able to stand straight up. It's at like a pretty decent angle, so you guys are kind of crunched down into a corner of the ship.
So, gingerly, I'm like, well, at least we're alive for now.
Yeah. So you guys can see, you can see like the hatch, and you can see just like very, like about 1,500 feet up. Interestingly enough, you can see some light, but as it gets further down, it's pretty dim that deep, even with such a large hole. Like there's still light, you can see reasonably well, but it's definitely gloomy. You can hear water. You can hear the ship creaking badly.
Question,
yes.
how long has it been now?
You got knocked out. You are not sure.
Oh, snap. Okay.
I'm going to quickly try and run and take a look, like try and survey the damage. Probably ending up running right into the shield.
You're just like running. You can see the shield, kind of. It's kind of like a faint glow, I guess.
I'm
So you can
probably not
kind of
paying
run along it.
attention.
Go ahead, roll me a d20, see what you see of your beloved vessel.
So yeah, that's a 19.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't think you'd roll. I didn't hear the ding. Anyway, so yeah, you've done pretty much a rather extensive survey. Now you do get a minor effect from that. But I can go ahead and tell you what you know, and then you can choose your a minor effect on top of that.
Alrighty.
So you know the controls are fucked. You heard the distinctive snap repeatedly, yes, as you approach the edge, and you know exactly what that sounded like. You know that you are absolutely missing your masts. In fact, you see them a few feet away. They are detached from the ship. You know that you took just generally extensive damage throughout. You're not entirely sure you could float this ship in the state that it's in.
Alright, well, though the ship looks like it may or may not float if we tried putting it in water again, surprisingly enough, all the cargo seems to be intact.
Mm-hmm.
Even my bottles of alcohol that were made of glass somehow did not break.
Surprisingly enough, yes, they are indeed intact. It's in water what?
It's in water. They're not. It is.
Yeah, the ship is in water. What? No, the ship is in mud.
Yeah.
The water's around it, though.
Yeah, we're
No.
surrounded by water on
They're
all sides.
surrounded by water on
giant
all
balls.
sides, but the ship itself is not in the water right now.
Oh.
Unlike you.
Actually, I'm not even sure if he's in water right now. We have no clue what's going on with him.
Do you maybe want to start like, Saga! 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 We need to beat you, where are you?
Idiot!
I'm definitely yelling
you
out,
guys
Saga,
looking for him, or-
I'm going to kill you.
So
Yeah.
as you're bellowing, "I'm gonna kill you, Saga!" Saga comes to.
Ow!
Am I able
Um,
to hear what direction that came in?
Yeah, he's kind of towards the middle, actually. Not exactly sure why he decided that would be a good idea, but he is alive somehow.
Not for
He is
long.
half buried in mud.
I am running at him, sword drawn.
Wait, okay.
We're still in the shield, remember?
Oh, that's right.
You are still in the shield. And you can't get out.
I am attacking the shields right now. I'm trying to get to them.
Okay, back to the whole thing. We don't know how long it's passed. The shield did take some damage from the fall. Is it weakened in any way?
No.
No?
This is a level 9 shield.
Attack
There are
away.
very few things that could, like, we're talking like a Colossus designed to destroy cities would have a hard time against the shield. Like, this is one of the best shields that exists in the entire Numenera world. I can't express that much clearer. Like, this shield is one level away from completely impenetrable. So,
Yeah, we were kind of lucky that we had it.
yeah.
That's not stopping me from trying to break it.
Sure,
I'm sitting
okay,
there with
you
the,
can.
with the weapon.
You can try,
No.
but it's not gonna help.
Can I restrain him a bit? At least a bit.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm in a bit of a fiery rage right now.
Yeah, but I kind of don't want to like suddenly drown because you want to kill the idiot.
So you guys are stuck in the shield. Saka,
It's stuck in the mud.
you're stuck in the mud. You can go ahead and roll me a d20, see if you can get out of the mud. You get out of the mud.
Alright.
You,
I kind of,
you claw
I'm
yourself out.
I'm outside the shield, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just kind of like, slowly make my way over, and just kind of point upwards to where I think I had saw the light. And just, can they hear me? Can I actually talk underwater?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can hear you.
You're not in the water.
Oh, okay. I saw a light up there. That's probably our best chance right now. Ow!
Okay.
Stop attacking that. That thing breaks your fuck.
I
Okay,
believe it'll
so
be the other way around.
So to be clear, you guys will be fine. There is air at the bottom of the shaft.
Yes, James just can't get that through his head.
Mm.
He can't get that there is a hole where the water is not going into that's still just air.
Well, I could still walk over to the water and swim up and be just fine and leave you guys here.
You
Yeah,
think
let's
you can
see.
swim that far? That's an awful long way to swim.
Let's
Against
see
the
you swim
current.
through 1500.
Yes.
To put that in perspective, that is almost a third of a mile of swimming vertically.
And against the current.
But the light
Yes.
wasn't that far up.
Are you talking about the light you see in the water?
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you do see that. In fact, you wanna roll me a d20, see what you can see?
He sees nothing.
Yeah,
Can
you
I
see
try?
light. You see the same light you saw when you were coming down.
can I try?
Yeah, you could probably see it a little bit through a hole.
Nope, don't
Uh,
teach.
Yeah, you see some kind of something in the distance. You can't really make it out through the hole.
I'm in too much of a blind rage.
That sounds about right. Yes.
I'm still halfway passed out.
So, what do you guys think that you wish to do right now?
Well, first off, I'm gonna try and calm Socket down because we have to figure out a way to get up there. And killing me will not help.
It'll
Calm
make
him
me
down.
feel better.
It'll make you feel better than you'll just die down here.
I'm sure I could figure out something.
All we gotta do is go grab some fish out of the water nearby. I am a human stove.
Wouldn't be too hard to boil some water. We'll have
You're
that's
gonna
food,
live
that's
down
water.
here? You're gonna live down here? Fuck that. I'm leaving.
Interestingly enough, there does appear to be some vegetation along the floor here. It is very wet though. Anybody want to give me a roll to see what they can tell of the environment outside?
Oh.
Very well. So you can tell that it looks like this used to be underwater. You can tell just by like the way the moss is growing and there's seaweed here, and as you know, the more you look around, the more you notice there's like sea life. There's actually a few fish flapping around quietly. So this hasn't always been here. And judging by the fact that there are fish that are still alive, probably hasn't been there that long. That's what you gather.
Well then, guys, we're
About this time, I'm probably at least calming down enough to start looking around.
And about this time, the shield dies.
Fuck! Red! Get the water device! Get the water device! Hurry!
No, the shield that's holding them.
James. How many times do we have to explain this to you?
I know that.
I guess his character is very ignorant of the world.
Alright, so I guess I'm going to make my way out of the ship. Sword still in hand, mind you. I haven't
Yeah.
quite put that away. And I'm going to look around.
Yeah, I kind of follow.
Well, as
I'm a-
you do notice a large shape kind of swim past out in the water.
Can I try and examine it better?
Sure, you can go ahead.
Is that a roll or?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a cross between a shark and some kind of weird crocodile.
No. No.
And it is very, very big.
Let's nope on out of here, guys.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, sure. We're just going to, levitate back up to the top. There's really nowhere we can go.
The good news is it looks like it only swims.
I'm getting I'm getting into the center of the giant circle here, I guess, with my hang glider. I know it won't do me too good at the moment, but I might be able to use it to get myself out of here.
What are you thinking? Like a hot air balloon? You could have Bear's a halo of fire suspended underneath it and just kind of hot air it up.
No, that's not a bad
That's not a bad idea. I'm assuming by now people have told me about this light that they've seen.
Now that you've been able to, acclimate to the dark, you do indeed see a city. It's clearly a city. It clearly looks like things live there.
But we have to get by the giant shark.
It
Gator
looks
to
like
get there.
it's actually made of shells. And yes, you would have to get there.
Well, it's a good thing we have that device that we kind of
Manipulates water.
appropriated that would open up
Yeah,
a
that is right.
field.
You guys want to dig that out of the ship's hold?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And try and make some sort of walkway path to that area.
So who's going to be doing the fiddling?
Anybody want to take a stab at it, or shall I?
I'll do it.
You are trained in the Numenera. Go ahead. You got a
already
12?
rolled.
Yeah, so you start punching at this thing. It's got kind of like wiggly knobs and jiggly things on it, and you just kind of start poking and prodding at this weird black box thing. And when you fire it up, it actually seems to be just like projecting just air out. And as you move it around, you find out you can kind of move it around, and just kind of like a laser pointer, just create air wherever you point it. So you're like running it through the water, and just it's opening up and then returning as it goes by, and the water doesn't even appear to be affected. It's like the water doesn't even notice. Like the water is not flowing around it. It's just no longer water.
Eight.
And you can indeed like
All right,
try to.
everyone, get under this. We're walking that way.
Well, no. That the catch is that you're gonna have to turn it on and then leave it, because it's you can't like project it backwards. Like,
Oh,
you'd
so
have to
it's
set
not
this
like
thing
something
down.
you can walk with. You gotta set it
No.
down.
Well, I mean, unless you can try to figure out how you can walk with it while keeping you in it, and yeah. I mean, one of
Well-
you can breathe in the water, I guess.
Not only that, but
If you trust Saga to hold it for you as he kind of swims behind you, keeping you in the air.
No, I think we'll just set it down by the ship and kind of shoot it in that direction.
Wait. Couldn't someone, like, if they're holding it, be at the very back of the group, and then,
Just kind of
take
hold
their
it
one
up behind
arm
them.
and just put it behind them?
Not really.
Done.
I mean, you could try that if you want, though. You could absolutely try that. It is going to be a high difficulty, though.
Eh,
Let's
not
just
sure.
set it down at the ship. We'll
Yeah.
point it that way. That way we still have a way to get back afterwards.
that's a good point too. Back to what? I don't know.
Hey, I still want to try and fix my ship.
I know third time's the charm, but this time I don't think it's gonna bounce back.
Or float back.
So
I'm sorry, Socket.
I'm pretty sure Socket at this point will be about ready to kill you guys again.
Remember, I am still holding my sword.
I'd like to note that I haven't said a word about the ship yet.
So what's the plan,
probably
guys?
wise.
Okay, well, let's just get going.
Let's just go.
Let's just start walking.
Alright, so you set that down and you just start walking. You get there without issue. You do see that creature actually kind of following you. And
I donkey kick Saka out behind us.
okay, cool. Dervish, roll me d20. Saka, roll me d20. Okay, so that's a 16 and a 3.
I hate you.
So yeah, he absolutely kicks Saka, catches him straight in the gut, and sends him outside of the force field into the water. Saka kind of tries to dodge, but he fails completely and kind of does a backflip towards the creature, and just kind of tries to quickly pull himself back in. And he does so successfully, but he actually kind of comes in from the top, and so he falls down a couple feet too, just like straight down into the mud. And so he's now soaking wet and covered in mud, more so than anybody else.
My question is, how are we floating up?
Well, you got kicked.
No. How is this projector floating up? Is it like a little vent?
What do you mean, how the projector's floating up?
The force field.
It's not. It's
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 not.
just,
projecting
it's
in
just
one
blowing
direction.
air. That's all it's doing?
It's not. It's not blowing air. It just says air there.
If like projecting an
It's
area
removing the
where there is
hydrogen.
air.
Oh, okay.
None of you are exactly sure how it works. It's pretty weird. But all you know is you point it in a direction, there's air there, and I mean, it's breathable, apparently.
Now, my force cube, is that completely gone now?
I don't know. Why don't we see if it's completely gone? Roll me a d20. It is completely gone.
It's gone.
The force cube is black and burned. You might be able to repair it somehow, but you're not exactly sure how.
Okay.
So, I mean,
God, I
there
have
is
the
that.
worst rolls tonight.
Yeah, at least
Better
you
than
didn't
mine.
get donkey kicked back.
That is true.
That is true, and at least you were not piloting the ship when you decided to drive it off into a pit.
I tried. Okay, I tried. At least you didn't fall 1,500 feet.
You know, I'd just like to take this point to interlude. Has Boyku been successful at any roles that he has made during any of these campaigns?
Yes, I have.
I believe he has, but none of them have been important roles.
Yeah,
he
I mean,
he got one great tonight. That was it.
I would like to remind people that you can still spend XP to reroll, and I've been giving it out like candy, so it's not like you don't have XP.
I just like watching. Get
I just like having seen what happens. Just like, all right, I fell 1,500 feet. That hurt. I just got kicked into the
That really
mouth of a
hurt,
giant
yes.
creature. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get up and be like, I hate you. You know, start chasing after them.
You want to go again?
Bring it.
So, like, are you guys gonna have like a fight to the death here, or are you guys gonna actually continue down towards the city?
We're gonna
Yeah, we're gonna
continue down
continue
towards
down.
the city.
Because I mean,
I'm
either
leaving them
option's okay
behind.
with me.
I'm leaving them behind. I'm just keep walking. I don't want to look back right now.
I'm gonna wait till
Alright.
we get to the city and kick him.
So you guys get to this outer wall of the city. You can clearly see there's like this huge shell in the middle, and there's like spokes of a wheel around it, which all appear apparently made out of shells. And you are like at a wall, like an outer wall. Yeah, you're at an outer wall.
I'm
Is
going
there
to
a
knock
gate
on
there?
it.
You're going to knock on the wall.
There is no gate. There does not appear to be any particular way in right there.
Is there? Can I look up and see if there's maybe a dome protecting the portion of it?
There is no dome. There's just a shell with a bunch of spoke shell like corridors or rooms or something. You can't quite tell. And then this outer like large hallway running around the exterior.
Is there any entrance that we can see of?
You do see what looks to be some kind of entrance at the top of the middle spire. It's a good ways away, but you do see an entrance there.
And of course, is it within the breathable field?
The breathable field, no. It is the breathable field is basically about maybe a foot over your heads. It doesn't even get all the way up the wall.
Looks like we're swimming.
Sure,
I'm
it'd be nice
looking-
if you guys brought that singularity detonator with you, wouldn't it?
It's still back there.
You might not have a city to go into though if you use it, but I mean that would be interesting.
Yeah,
Don't
I don't.
tempt me, BIOS.
So who wants to swim?
I don't really think we have much of a choice.
I mean, you can try to bust down the wall. I mean,
Start pounding on it, maybe? Chipping away at it. We all have our weapons and everything. I
Well-
got some spikes and such and a hammer.
I am actually going
Is that on the
to activate my controlled blinking nodule and turn around and go, somebody hit me.
what?
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 Okay then.
Somebody attack me.
I'm hitting you. I'm hitting you,
Roll a
motherfucker.
d20.
Please tell me he runs face first in the wall.
Sure, he runs face first into the wall
Okay. Okay.
and punches a hole straight through the wall.
That
Does
was
take another 2 points of damage.
It worked! Ow!
all right. Essentially, my controlled blinking nodule is for the next 28 hours. Each time I get attacked, I can, as long as it does damage, I can teleport to anywhere in the immediate area. And I was just gonna teleport to the other side of the wall.
They're gonna ditch us.
No, I would have found somebody. Got,
Eventually.
come and got you guys.
Okay, so you now have a Sakuraka-sized hole in the wall. And Sakuraka is basically bleeding out on the ground.
Ow!
I guess I'm going to turn around and walk in through the hole and over Saka.
And, at this time, can I kind of pull out one of my rejuvenators and use it?
Sure, go ahead and roll me a 1d3. Yeah, so you have fully healed, I believe it's your speed pool, intellect pool.
Alright, I'm just gonna keep doing it. I have 8 of these things.
Okay, roll.
There we go.
Okay, so you now have 6 of these things.
And I'm fully healed.
So basically, it's the equivalent of popping pills until one of them does something productive.
It was worth it though.
Well,
Yeah, now we're
I-
inside.
Yeah.
So you're inside. You feel like you're inside of a large shell, actually. It's kind of damp, kind of musty,
Is it dark?
and kind of run down. It is not completely dark. It is kind of dim. But
I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my Shroud of Flames then to help us see.
They're gonna burn down the city?
I heard to burn down something that's already damp.
Alright,
Don't touch
so
any wood.
He's walking around as a flaming torch.
Flame on.
Flame on!
So yeah, I'm gonna start searching the area for people and anything.
Interestingly, you don't really seem to see anything. It appears to just run around the entire, circumference, and every once in a while you see passages heading inward.
Can I use my knowledge of Numenera to figure out the elements around here? if I sense
Sure, you could
something.
roll the d20. You don't think that Numenera is involved in this case. At least not right now.
Okay.
Now, there are also areas that look like you can actually go up at each spoke of the wheel, that you can go like inward or up. So there's that.
I'm heading inward.
Okay, you're heading inward. Is all you going there?
Well, I'm kind of the torch, so yeah, I'm following Socket.
Never
I'm
split
following the
group.
torch.
Okay, so you head inward, and as you do, you begin to see people. They appear to be rather thin, but otherwise mostly humanoid. One odd thing, though, is that some of them appear to have this just kind of slimy, moving mass attached to their face.
Oh lord, we found the virus again.
Slender
No,
Kermit!
it's kind of greenish blue. You're not exactly sure what's up with that, but they appear to be rather not exactly scared per se, and not exactly excited. But they seem pleased to see you, and just a little bit worried. and they kind of make way for you as you walk in.
I would too for someone that's on fire.
Hello. Hi.
They don't really seem to be wanting to talk to you a whole lot, but they do kind of point further in, like gesturing at you
All right, I'm gonna
before
keep
kind
going
of
then.
walking off. So you get to the middle area, and it opens up. It is a huge, like inside of this huge shell that just, there are walkways around the edges with just like what are clearly shops. It's like a shopping mall almost. Like you see like food apparently. There are, I'm just gonna tell you, there are gardens and schools and eateries and tons of commercial businesses. No machine shops, oddly, but I mean that's the only thing you guys are missing. Um, and in the middle of this large garden, in the middle of this large shell, um, you see this just like small, elegant, like gold and pink building. Appears to be some kind of like major building here of some sort.
Now, do the people within this shopping area look like the people out on the outside?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it's a mix of different kinds of people. There's clearly different cultures involved here. But there are also clearly old cultures, like just generally old, like, we're talking maybe 80s kind of equivalent.
I'm
And
looking
some new
around and
stuff, but
so I'm gonna look around and try and see if I can't talk to anybody, say hi, and
roll me d20.
see if anyone can at least understand me. I'm apparently talking to all the wrong people.
You are talking to all the wrong people. However, they can clearly understand you. They're just not sure if they want to be talking to you at this particular time. But they do tell you it's been a very long time since they've had new people who came and stayed. It's apparently not unusual for people to come. However, they are rather wondering how you got here. And particularly, it seems, how you got in. Because they didn't hear news of your arrival, and they always hear news of arrivals of new people. It's a big deal around here, apparently.
Yeah, I'm going to leave out the fact that we put a giant hole in in their walls.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, go ahead, roll me a d20.
Me?
Actually, Tama.
Me? Oh God. Okay.
So, yeah, nothing, you don't notice anything. Everything seems good. You do know that eventually you're gonna have some issues with that piece of Numenera. You don't think it will operate indefinitely on its own, and you're kind of worried about what might happen when it turns off. Seeing as how you just put a big ass hole in the wall.
Hey,
But
it's
you
not
think you're okay
huge,
for
it's
now.
Saka size. That's not
And you
that
also
big.
have a major effect that you can put into play now. And
Wait,
anybody
what?
can suggest that if they have any ideas of what that might be.
You know that it'll hold up at least for a couple months. I don't know.
No. But you could try to mitigate the problem other ways. Or say that the problem is mitigated other ways. Like, I have an idea, if you guys can't think of something.
Tama convinces somebody to repair the hole.
Well, interestingly, they seem rather, concerned. And you see a group of, like, 6 or 7 of these people just kind of, like, looking at each other kind of warily and grabbing some stuff and just kind of going down the corridor you came in, at quite a good pace. So, there's that. You suspect they might be going to make sure you didn't put a hole in the wall.
Oopsies.
So you suspect that problem might be resolved for the time being, although you might have to put another hole in the wall to get back out. Or maybe not. Maybe they just, like, put up a temporary force field. I don't know.
You gonna go with that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
might as well.
Yeah, that works. So you guys kind of, I guess, are heading in towards that major structure in the middle then?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure, why not?
The pink and gold thing.
Okay, so as you're walking up, you see this, small, really, really short, squat guy with this huge nose and a tiny, tiny mouth, walk out. And he's just like, hey, good to see you. Yeah, it's always good to have new visitors. It's been a very long time. You new residents, right? Yeah, let me go get you your reward, and get you some accommodations. And you see, like on this balcony, above him, just kind of off to the side, trying to be discreet, you see this just like really large woman, just kind of glaring out, from the second floor, and like you look, and it looks like she's got tentacles. So there's that.
Okay.
Well, sir, I'm hoping that we may be just passing through.
He suddenly becomes rather dejected. Passing through. Everybody's always passing through. There's a 5 Shen reward for anybody who chooses to stay. It's quite nice and very safe here. We've got everything we need. It's an excellent place to do work, and nobody really messes with you here. It's great.
That is all good and fine, sir, but we were on our way to Salachia, and we ran into this
On your way to
whirlpool.
Salachia, but that's great. You have arrived, sir.
This is Salachia.
Why, of course this is Salachia. Only the finest living quarters in all of the worlds.
I just turned to look at Falcott, not say a word.
I do the same.
Hey, it was this or more of those Kermit men.
I like the Kermit men, though.
What about coming men?
Long story.
Long story,
okay,
don't want to talk about.
I see. So if you're not here to stay, you're here to trade. What did you bring to trade? He seems to perk up. He's kind of interested again.
We brought this little guy here that's called Saga. He'll be a great workhorse for you.
Oh, really? You brought a new resident? That's great. He seems very pleased.
We also we brought some stuff, but it's in our ship, which kind of is
Stuck.
Yeah.
What do you mean stuck?
There's a whirlpool over there.
Of course there's a
It's a-
whirlpool.
And
wouldn't
it's at
go
the
for that.
bottom.
Why did you park your ship at the bottom of the whirlpool?
I parked it. I didn't choose to, though.
What are you, some kind of idiot? No wonder you want to. No wonder they want to sell you here. I don't know if we want you.
Well, that's a
but
good
sir,
thing.
he's a great worker, I can tell you this. I do have
I don't know
you
if I
by
need
the way.
great workers who park their ships at the bottom of whirlpools. I mean, everybody knows you just have to get a ride down. It's not hard.
How exactly do you get a
as long as
ride
you-
down?
Just talk to our guardian.
Where's the Guardian?
You should have seen him on the way in.
all we saw was water and a giant hole.
That is very odd. I will have to send some people to make sure that he's doing okay. Maybe we have not fed him recently.
So your Guardian's a monster?
Our guardian is
wait,
not a
wait.
monster.
Wait. Does it kind of look like a alligator shark thing?
Well, yes, of course he does.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
So wait, if we would have just walked up to it, it wouldn't have ate our heads off?
Well, not unless you're a threat to the city, in which case, good riddance.
No, we're no threat. We were just trying to get back to the surface.
And then you would have had no problems.
well, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna go make friends with it.
Not now.
Anyways, would you like to show me around the city?
Oh, why, of course, I'd be happy to. And so, he kind of looks back behind him. Fred, I'm a little bit busy right now, though. Tell you what, I know. I will send somebody to go ahead, take care of you. They will be right out. And he just kind of bubbles his way back inside. And a couple minutes later, you see the rather stern-faced individual you saw previously on the ledge walk out, and she just kind of walks out. She's got tentacles growing from her beard, basically. Just
I don't
kind
know
of.
what's creepier, the tentacle beard or the fact that it's a woman.
Hey, Saga, we found you a new friend.
I don't like her.
Walks out,
scares
like,
me.
I've been asked to show you around, so I shall do so. And so gives you basically a tour of the city, pointing out interesting things.
I'm looking intently for anything that may be out of place, or like a strange back alley. Things that just make this place seem like it's not all it's supposed to be.
Okay, go ahead, roll me a d20. Yeah, so you do notice, some things that are kind of, odd. You notice a great deal of, like, construction equipment. Which in itself wouldn't be particularly unusual, but it just seems like there's some around every corner. And you also notice there appears to be this symbol that is used in a lot of places of this oyster. And it doesn't appear like it's meant to be seen except by specific people. But it seems like it's everywhere. And you also have another minor effect, which you can declare as you wish.
I think I may hold on to it for a little bit because I have no clue how I could use it right now.
Well, I could say you know more about the symbol, maybe, if that would be something interesting to you, or
Yeah,
not.
sure. I
Good
think
idea.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of resistance symbol, like you'd have, like, fuck the USA, down with the police, screw the state, that kind of deal.
Hmm.
I mean, it looks like a pretty
And it's
angsty
Pretty
teen
much
clan.
everywhere.
Like it's like not everywhere necessarily, but you just seem to find it hidden in different places, like on the side of what appear to be like trash cans, and like in corners of signs, and
Free Salachia!
basically, yeah, it's like a Free Salachia clan movement.
All right. So after we get our tour and
You are
whatnot,
left at you are left. Actually, you are taken towards like an area a little bit further out, and you are given like a little room to stay in.
now were we shown the exit to this place per se?
No, you are not shown the exit to the place per se, but it's not like it was being specifically hidden. It just wasn't something on the tour list.
Question.
Yes.
During the tour, could I see anything that may help us, like, possibly breathe or swim against the current if we need to
Yes.
escape?
Absolutely. There are actually a very large number of shops that appear to be selling stuff for underwater breathing. And actually, you were told by Sal, actually, you were less told and more like handed by Sal, these 4 squishy things in bags, and told that if you ever need to put them over your mouth and ask nicely. And that's all she said.
If we ever needed to
Uh.
breathe underwater,
That's all she said.
Okay.
just if we ever needed to, we put it over our mouth and
Again,
ask.
she just kind of gave you this look and just continued walking.
Okay.
Or actually just walked away, like this was just as she was leaving.
Okay. Anything that might also help us swim against the current in case
No.
things get real. Okay. Well, we got one out of the two.
All right, guys. There's definitely something up here.
So, you guys just gonna spend the night here? I mean, you guys are pretty beaten up at this point. I mean,
Yeah,
Okay.
I would like to.
I'm
Try
gonna say
and
that
rest and-
they also supply, like, less she did and more like just people in general just kind of showed up with some medical stuff for you, like some seaweed concoction that was absolutely disgusting, and that kind of deal, and some food to eat too, like squid brains and shit, something like that. I mean, apparently a real delicacy. Like they're kind of trying to put on a show, like of how great it is here. Like you don't get the impression that they were kidding when they say that they literally pay for people to stay here. Like it seems like they're pretty big on trying to get people to move in. Like there are clearly, you did notice a lot of vacant. Like clearly these are rooms. Clearly they are empty. Like clearly the city has the capacity, or had at one time the capacity for a great number of people at one point.
All right.
And so that go.
Question: is there a possibility that I would be able to buy said things to help us breathe?
Well, you might already have things to help you breathe, but yes, you can also go buy things to help you breathe if you would like.
Right. Well, because as far as I know, there was only like.
Although I do believe you guys only have the shins that you have on you, because I'm pretty sure the rest of the shins are back of the ship in the chest.
Yeah, I have my shin, so.
I'm going to ask somebody what this strange thing is that's in my bag.
That is actually something very specific. What was that called?
Oh, by the way, how much are each of them?
How much are they to buy?
Yeah.
You don't
Or
buy
we just give
it.
it.
You don't
they
They
were
were
buy a
just given to
chiffon.
us.
Oh, okay.
You don't
never
buy
mind.
a chiffon. You ask nicely, and the chiffon helps you.
Oh, okay.
The chiffons are how they breathe. You're told, that they're like creatures. They're actually why we have air.
Oh, okay.
The
I get
chiffons
it
live
now.
on the exterior, and they help us breathe. They eat our breath and give us air. It's wonderful. They're wonderful creatures, and you must never hurt a chiffon. They are your friends. And we also carry them in bags for when we need them. And they're about the size of a hand.
So they're mini trees. Got it.
Basically, yes. The mini high-powered trees, because one tree would never give you that much oxygen.
We need these in real life.
But apparently, these things, you're all good with these in terms of breathing. Like, you can tell that most people living here clearly can't breathe water. They're clearly air breathing here, at least most of them. Maybe not the really angry individual, but
You have a picture of Salachia?
I do indeed. Actually, let me go get that for you. However, I think that this is an excellent time to take a break. So I am absolutely going to do so. Yeah, so take a break here and be back shortly.
That's it for this episode, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, special thanks to our players and patrons for making this possible. Also, credit to Technorax for his awesome music. Remember that you can visit us at otakureview.com. Also, it's worth noting that we are looking at starting a number of other RPG groups, so if you would be interested in joining us for one of our sessions, please be sure to visit otakureview.com and let us know. Now with that said, thank you, and see you next time.